It's an average Saturday afternoon. You just got your paycheck from your degrading part-time cashier job. A whopping $55.62. With your newfound riches, you decide to hit up some local garage sales to see if you can get a good deal on any retro games. These relics, forgotten by time, remind you of a simpler world. A world of play, of laughter, joy, excitement. Concepts that are becoming more and more unfamiliar to you with each passing day that you waste away at that fucking cash register. You climb into your beat-up 2007 Saturn Ion with the rear bumper held on by duct tape and drive, stopping at each location to see what they have to offer. Clothes, books, kids' toys, but no games. This average Saturday afternoon has now developed into a disappointing Saturday evening. With the orange glow of the setting sun enveloping you in despondency, you decide to make one last stop before calling it a day. You step out of the car, hopes lower than ever. You see more of the same. Tables of neatly folded clothes, boxes of old VHS tapes, dusty dinnerware, miscellaneous knickknacks. As you're heading back to your car, your head hung in defeat, something out of the corner of your eye catches your attention. A lone PS1 game, resting atop a plastic tote full of bed sheets. With the glare of the sun reflecting off of the plastic jewel case, you can't quite make out what game it is, but you can tell it's a multi-disc game by the thickness of the case. You wonder which game it could be. Alone in the Dark? Final Fantasy? Chrono Cross? Curiosity now has its peak. You find yourself reaching for the alluring game. Your curiosity has now twisted into total confusion. Now holding the game in your cold, clammy hands, you read the title, speaking it out loud. Minecraft. As this word leaves your lips, you feel a chill run down your spine. How can this be? You think to yourself. Minecraft wasn't created until 2009. By then, even the PS3 was already 3 years old. This is impossible. Surely this is a fake, or a homebrew, or something. Flipping the game over, you take a gander at the rest of the case. At first glance, it appears to be normal. It has a rating, a barcode, gameplay screenshots, even all the standard copyright information. Continuing your inspection, you notice a copyright for Brian's Block Engine. Who's Brian, you wonder, momentarily lost in a haze of intrigue. You tear your eye away from the case. It's getting dark out. The owners of the house have begun packing up their unsold items, and most of the customers have gone home. You glance back down at the game to see the price sticker. $15. Should I? You ponder. $15 is a sizable amount for someone in your position. Why spend this much for something that probably doesn't even work? But you can't just let something this unusual go. You have to know what it is, or it'll haunt you for the rest of your life. For the first time, you open the case. You see the first disc, Overworld. Next to it appears to be the game manual. You open it, but the pages are all torn out. Why would somebody do this? Shoving the thought aside, you close the empty housing of what presumably once was an instruction booklet, and open the second compartment of the case, revealing 2 more discs. The End and The Slip. The Slip? Is that supposed to be the Nether? Shrugging off your confusion, you question the integrity of the game. All the discs are there, but in what condition? You check the shiny black underside of each disc for scratches, but they're minimal, as if the game, or whatever it may be, was rarely ever used. You take one last look at your surroundings. Nobody has noticed you. In what is not your proudest moment, you close the case, shove it into the pocket of your hoodie, and as you do, you feel a sudden sense that someone or something is watching you. You spare a quick glance over your shoulder. Nothing. You briskly leave the scene, shuffle into your car, and start the engine. Upon arriving at your humble abode, you slam the door behind you, startled by the sound. It seems to have snapped you out of your daze, bringing you to a more conscious state of mind. It's a very familiar feeling. The same feeling you experienced every time you wake up from a deep slumber. Your surroundings gradually become more real to you. You slowly become more self-aware. Your clothes are damp from sweat. Your vision is blurrier than normal. You don't even remember the drive home. It's almost as if you teleported. Frantically looking around the dimly lit room, not quite sure what it is that you're looking for, your eyes stop once they reach the clock on the wall. 11:57. What the fuck? Not so much a question that begs for an answer, but rather a simple declaration of bewilderment. You toss your keys in the direction of the table, not caring whether they land on it or not. You open the mysterious case, remove the overworld disc, and place it into your PlayStation console. Close the lid, and press the power button. A procedure you've done so many times before, but this time, it doesn't feel so comforting. You're welcomed by the notoriously eerie startup sequence of the PS1, preceded by a large, spinning grass block.
It works?
You feel yourself becoming increasingly more uneasy as the block continues to spin and spin and spin, and as it does so, you feel yourself starting to slip away, as if with each rotation of this block, the threads that hold your world together further unravel. Everything that you thought you knew is coming undone right before your very eyes. You think back to the garage sale, how nobody seemed to notice you. How could they have not noticed you? From the time you pulled up in your obnoxiously loud beater, to when you hastily fled the scene of your crime and slammed the car door, no one batted an eyelash at you. As the blocks keep turning on the screen before you, so do the wheels in your head. Before you have time to further process your suspicions, splash screen of the old Mojang specifications logo proudly present itself, accompanied by a jingle. You jump, immediately feeling silly for getting caught off guard by a simple copyright screen. Just as quickly as it came, it fades to black. Now shrouded in this all-consuming darkness with nothing but your thoughts to accompany you, you pinch yourself. But as you do, the title screen appears, immediately vanquishing these thoughts. This is not a dream. There are 3 buttons: play, continue, and options. In the bottom right corner of the screen, that same Mojang specifications logo. On the opposite side, a graphic of Steve. His eyes seem to pierce through yours, looking directly into your soul. But you cast these thoughts aside. After all, it's just a picture, right? The background, while perhaps unintentional, is intangibly disturbing. It's a simple view of a mountain, with a body of water in the foreground. But there's just something off about it. It gives you a strange sense of deja vu, while at the same time feeling so unfamiliar and otherworldly. You press play, proceeding to the world select screen. This is a far cry from what you are used to. There are 10 worlds already here, and there doesn't seem to be any create world option. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. This is running off of hardware from 1994 after all. Seed-based world creations was likely far out of the question. It seems they opted for a selection of pre-generated worlds instead, trying to offer as much variety as possible at the time. As you try to distract yourself with logic and rationalize this mysterious finding of yours, you find yourself being left with more questions than answers. Why has this version never been talked about for all these years? What was it doing sitting at a random garage sale for $15? And why me? Why me? You choose your world. There's a certain presence to the play button. You feel as if it's staring at you. You stare right back at it, but it does not flinch. You do. For a moment, there's a feeling of impending doom. It comes almost like a warning, like it's trying to tell you that you don't know what you're getting into, to turn back now while you still can. But you, ever the unwise, choose to persist. With the controller ever so slightly trembling in your hands, you hesitate. Curiosity, anxiety, excitement, fear. All of these emotions hit you like a punch in the stomach. Your breath stops. The clock strikes 12. Loading world from memory card slot 1. Do not turn off system.